I 32F went to shop at a big bulk membership-only store, rhymes with moms. I went for cat and dog food, as well as some flea and tick stuff and treats for the cats and dogs. A quick in and out trip, right? As I'm loading a bag of dog food onto my flatbed cart, I hear someone clear their throat. I go to load a second bag of dog food and then a more stern ahem, "Excuse me, hello?" accompanied by a tapping foot. Figuring she needed to get some dog food, I finished and said, "Oh sorry, I'll get out of your way." This Karen went off on me. I just stood there in utter disbelief as this crazy Karen verbally dressed me down like I was a naughty child. So I just walked away, as she's screaming she will have me fired to my back as I'm retreating. Fast forward, I'm in the self-checkout line and wouldn't you know it, here's crazy Karen again. Screaming that here is the employee who assaulted me and I demand she be fired immediately. To the poor man in a fluorescent, neon, yellow vest, as all the employees wear, she's dragging behind her. He said, "Ma'am, I can't fire someone who doesn't work here, I don't know what to tell you." She then demanded he call the police because I assaulted her. Cops arrive, the manager and one officer go to view the tapes and one officer stays to interview me while a third questions Super Karen nearby. Obviously they see the footage, and Karen was cited for making a false report and I got my stuff paid for by corporate that day, so it was a win, sort of. In a roundabout way. I know the title is a bit racist. But I walked into this store where I was the only person of color besides some of the people that worked there. Okay, so back to the story. In this store they wear a bright red uniform with the store logo on the back and a name tag. I was wearing blue. So I'm walking through the aisles with my headphones on minding my own business. This lady pretty much walks up to me and yanks me by my arm. So I take my earphones off and look at her. She starts screaming at me, "How dare you ignore me, I've been following you around the aisles trying to get your attention. Do your job. Where do I find this?" So like I tell her I don't work here. She gets super offended and pretty much tells me, "Look at you, of course you work here." And I was like, "Woman, the employees here wear a red uniform, so in case you're colorblind and can't see my clothes, I'm wearing blue." She gets super offended and say, "You don't have to be rude about it." So at this point I'm annoyed. I look at her and say, "Well, and you don't have to be a racist about it," and I walked away. I saw her a few aisles down as I was finishing my shopping and she was just standing there glaring at me. Seriously, the nerve of some people. So this was something I never thought would happen, but it did. It's been a while busy with IRL stuff and COVID, so I didn't get much open time around, but this one made me want to laugh, especially since I thought that American Karens don't leave the States. It's after the 2019 Indonesian general election. The tensions are high. Riot police are setting up and down in the basement of a shopping mall I frequent too. Because I live nearby, the police and the nearby military police station is setting up a command post. So the minute you enter the mall, you see a lot of cops at all the entrances, especially the metal detectors and X-ray scanners. Some malls in Indonesia put in place X-ray scanners due to the terrorists' attacks, which means it looked more like the airport. Now as a frequent visitor, the guards all know me. The cops not so much, but they followed the security guard's lead. So here I am at my local Starbucks doing some work on my laptop with a cup of tea next to me. You can see that I am busy with the paper piles, the food I just ate and the tea that was getting cold. So here I was busy typing up some documents when my headset, which I was using to listen to some calming music, was taken away from my head. Luckily I was wearing my cheap backup headset, but that didn't scare me. No, it made me mad. So I stood up and glared at eye level to this obviously Caucasian lady with blonde hair. Let's call her Blonde Menace, BM for short. Here's the convo. BM, finally. Do you know how long have I been waiting for someone to take my order? Most Starbucks workers wear uniforms with green aprons. I was wearing marpet pants, a bright green shirt which has the words "Been there done that," black shorts and a belt which has a phone pouch. Obviously I'm not a worker. Me, lady, this place is self-serving most of the time and the place to put your order is downstairs. As I reply, I snatch my headset back. BM, but I've been waiting here for hours. Me, I don't fucking care, you yank. Because of the yelling, and the Starbucks being located near the main lobby to the mall, a couple of security guards came up. These two guards knew me, both has been in this job for 1 year. Guard 1, sir, Is there a problem? Before I could reply, the blonde menace cuts in and starts making up bullshit about something that I couldn't keep track of. Finally I decided to use the one voice I rarely use. It's one I usually use for morning parade formation for the flag ceremony back when I was in high school. Me, shut up and sit down. This caused the blonde menace to jump back a bit in shock, but this also caused both cops to come up to see what was going on. Seeing two mob officers, one carrying an assault rifle, has made the blonde menace realize she is now in trouble and decided that retreat is a better part of valor. As she ran away, one of the guards gives chase. I explained everything to the security guard and police officers who understood, and the guard at the CCTV room saw everything. Last I saw of the blonde menace was being escorted out in handcuffs by a cop and the security guard who chased her. This is going to be a very short story. Basically, I wore my orange vest when I went to Home Depot, and a lady approached me, and asked if I would use the power lift to get an object. I say that I do not in fact work here, and she decided to ignore what I said, and asked to speak to the manager. I decided to let her get one. The look on her face when she found out I didn't work there, was humiliating. Listen to me next time, LMFAO. TL, Dr. Lady found out I don't work at a place, got a funny reaction. Up until a few months ago I had spent my entire adult life working by gyms as a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, front desk, and/or anything else that they would pay me for. Then I got a job as a supervisor at a nursing home taking care of fitness and non-fitness related activities. Their fitness center is great, but I needed something a little different, so I got a membership at the local YMCA. That's where the problems began. It started off pretty harmless. I'd be in between sets and notice that the weight tree would be a complete mess with weights in the wrong place. I'll tell myself I don't work here, I don't need to fix that, but then 5 minutes later I'll be putting the weights back in the correct place. Or other times after I'm done using something like a treadmill I will do a really thorough job of cleaning it. Like wiping down every square inch of it. Other members will look at me all confused and I'll just say sorry, used to work in a gym. Just a habit. But this time the YMCA staff had to tell me to stop. At the Y they give each member a little individual spray bottle to clean off their machines after they are done. I'm doing just that when the sprayer detaches from the rest of the bottle. The spray cleaner is all over the machine and the floor. I go to grab towels and clean up as much as I can. The floor is still kind of wet though. I can see wet floor signs behind the front desk, and without even thinking about it I start walking back there to get one. Then the lady that's working front desk notices me and is like, "Excuse me, can I help you with something? Members aren't allowed back here." Oh oops. I guess when I don't work at the gym I can't just go wherever I want. Hi. Longtime reader, first time poster on this thread, on mobile, sorry for formatting. So, story time. I was not feeling well on Thursday and had credits on DoorDash since a prior order of mine was majorly messed up. I ordered my food for pickup because it was on my way home from work, and wasn't sure where to pick my food up from, since this was my first time doing that. I waited at the host stand, nothing. Another person walked in behind me and was also waiting, an actual DoorDash person. I finally get told where to go by the staff and the bartender immediately invades my personal space and looks at my phone. I'm a very private person, and also not thrilled with people in my space during a pandemic, so I was just like, "Hi? What are you looking for?" He was all, "Do you not have the confirmation screen up yet? I have to see that before I can give you anything." So the other person and I just look at each other and shrug like, WTF is this guy's deal? I get the screen up and show him my order and he grabs it and plops it in front of me. I check my order and thankfully it's all there. He busts out with, "So, do you like working for DoorDash?" All snarky and with a crap-eating grin. "No sir, I actually work at local bank. I'm just picking up dinner." He looked flabbergasted, y'all. Like I had the audacity to pick up my own food that I ordered? So I just went home and angrily ate my burger. I think I'm more mad at the fact that this dude does this regularly to other DoorDash people that are the actual drivers, since none of the other staff seem to react to him. Anyways, thanks for letting me rant. Edit 1. Holy crap, this got a lot more attention than I thought it would. To everyone curious, I did leave a Yelp review and am following up with a manager tomorrow. I am a very socially awkward person and horribly shy, so that's why I didn't confront him at the time. Thank you for the support and opinions. I read all of the comments and will try to follow up on as many as I can.